question. And Geethanjali, this question is for you. What are your expectations from your neurotypical colleagues in the workplace to make the workplace inclusive?
Farida, it's surreal being here and talking about neurodiversity inclusion. As a neurodivergent, I appreciate the diverse audience and the panelists across regions who've made time for this. I'll start by talking about my experiences. A typical workday was filled with meetings. The higher up the ladder you go, the more they are. What happens in meetings? People talk, conversations aren't structured, there's rarely an agenda that the group sticks to, and things are chaotic. This alone is enough to put us off. Most of us neurodivergents, we opt out of the workplace simply because we can't deal with the cognitive and sensory overload. What could help here? Accept and normalize variety in modes of communication: written, spoken, synchronous, asynchronous. Workplaces are trying to be more inclusive by providing physical accommodations, but that is not enough. Accommodations can be different for each person, but the underlying expectation is empathy. So it's easy to say empathy, but what does this empathy translate to? Empathy could take different forms in the workplace. It could be stating expectations clearly and getting a buy-in, being self-aware, being conscious of your internal biases. Get to know your neurodivergent colleagues as individuals on their terms. Don't assume. Check on understanding and allow time for questions. And this is not a static list. So there really is no single set of rules, and it will vary from person to person. What I talked about so far is part of the hiring partnerships that Orquate has for inclusive employers, where we begin with setting the right expectations. Back to you.
Thank you, Geethanjali. Thank you for sharing.